So I'm actually having kind of a bad day. So I apologize if, like, it seemed like I'm having a bad day, because I am. But I wanted to play some Sims. So while we were out, I got our wonder child, Aya, a boyfriend. They exchanged promise rings, which I didn't know was a thing and found to be really, really cute. And she is aging up to a young adult in about 1 or 2 days. So I wanted that to happen on stream rather than it happening in between streams. I really wish that they wouldn't make that sound until the blue screen was over. There we go. So we have also done decently well on her like stats and everything for her aspiration. And are generally kind of prepping to get her ready for the Apocalypse Challenge. She did partake in the Sims version of the Hunger Games, the motive games, and she failed. So that was interesting. I thought it was a hypothetical question being posed, but apparently it was not. We've got some decent skills going on. And I have a plan for how we're going to try and do the Apocalypse Challenge this time around. And she broke the bathtub. Let's take a look in the rewards store. I had a dream that I unlocked the ability to make sacred candles on on the candle making station. I just remember that. Speed Reader could be useful. We can't use marketable. Frugal we can use. Entrepreneurial we can use. Connections we could definitely use. Let's start with connections. That way we can be several steps ahead, which will help. And we'll do entrepreneurial because frugal may not be as useful because bills are going to be low anyway because of lack of electricity and water once we get into the Apocalypse Challenge. Yes?
Just looking for Brandon's phone. Yeah. I don't have to get him the tests.
Awesome.
It takes me a while to get caught up on the group chat. I was asleep.
It's okay.
Hi. Oh yeah? You got the drink?
I guess maybe she should do a homework. Hello, Bing Cortana. Welcome back to the stream. I love that I have like a small group of people that just love watching me play Sims. Why are you not doing your homework, Chica? Where'd your homework go? Okay, fine, let's do this. Hey, Roxasy. Nice to see you back. We're going to be, hopefully, inshallah, going from the Wonder Child Project to the Apocalypse Challenge today. Basically, the Apocalypse Challenge is where the sim, goes into this apocalyptic area. You're given all of these restrictions based on jobs. And as you reach the tops of different careers, you unlock abilities to do things. So we're going to put her in the science career, which unlocks electricity as well as like off the grid things like um, the water catcher things and the windmills. Um, and then the plan is to have her future husband go into culinary, and then the child needs to do the gardening career, and that will help the most with that'll help cover most food things that are being blocked, which is like a big issue. And then after that, second generation, the child's spouse will have to go into like journalism or something to get the ability to shower. Because in the beginning of the Apocalypse Challenge, the only thing that you can do is eat fish. Hello, AJ. Or AJ, not AJ. My apologies. It's probably AJ. Skill books. Basically, what I'm trying to do is set her up so that way when she moves, she has some of the things that she will need in the future already available to her. because once we get on to the new lot, there's all kinds of new restrictions, like you can't buy books. And so this will greatly help the challenge. And in the Sims 2 and Sims 3, you were able to do these things because your sim could go to college before you start the challenge, because the apocalypse was set up differently in the Sims 2 and the Sims 3 than it is in the Sims 4. What am I doing right now? AJ/AJ asks, because just putting the same name does not tell me how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I'm going to assume that it is a Deshi name, and it's Ajay. Yep. Um, yeah, I'm just playing Sims, chilling, trying to cheer myself up, eating chocolate. Don't laugh at me for eating chocolate. It helps, okay? Produces brain chemicals like dopamine and serotonin or something. Man, I can't wait to be on a new lot and be rid of all these cats. I think that's the most annoying thing that I did on this lot, was make this a cat hangout. But that I just didn't have the heart to change it, because the cats have the run of the lot, and I just can't change that. I would hope you love chocolate. I've known a few people that don't like chocolate, and I'm always very concerned for them. They are definitely weird people if they don't like chocolate. If you have a chocolate allergy, I can understand that. And I will accept that. But if you just straight don't like chocolate, that's concerning, man. It just really is. Just don't understand it. Dang it. Now that she's at school, I can't put anything in her thing. Outdoor studying. The teacher announces some outdoor studying time to get the kids out of the classroom for a while. Should Aya just take her studying outside? She should go hang outside with her friends until it's time to go back in. Let's study outside. Nice work. Oh, wait, no. That was the project. Oh, it says that she should have taken a break. Whoops. Yay! Good job, Tane. I'm proud of you. Let's watch some TV, actually, while you are able to. Don't. She can put it in the bookshelf. Oh, what? Why did you just start kissing on her neck out of nowhere? Not, not a fan of that. Ajay, are you Desi? Daisy? You don't have to answer that question, but I'm just curious. Try and start her with filled motives. I'm gonna make a cake so she can feel happy when she ages up. Instead of sad. Like no one loves her or something. What? What are you doing? Why are you going up there? To bake a cake. You don't need to. This makes no sense. Yeah, because it doesn't make sense. Cat, get out of the bowl. Dude, cat, go away. So we get to pick one more trait. I'm thinking about giving her glutton because it's going to make it easier for her um when we have less food. Older and wiser achievement. Alright. Is there anything that I can take before I move out? Things I wanted to take. These, because I would eventually like to have them collected. This. Let's put the cake in her inventory. I don't think there's anything else that I can take. So guys, we are now officially about to start the Apocalypse Challenge. So let me pull that up. Now that she's aged up, so the beginning of the Wonder Child project, we get this thing, and this was for her parents. It says, date, January 1st, 2000XX. Location, classified. Program, the Wonder Child project. Project, RRR Phase 1. Briefing. Greetings, citizen. You've been randomly selected to participate in the Wonder Child project. The government has noted your unmarried status and desire for children. We are here to remedy both. We have paired you with a fellow citizen of similar age that we have determined to have complementary personality and genetic qualities optimal for child rearing. You will be given a $22,000 stipend and the choice of a lot to purchase. There you will take up residence as a normal person. You'll take jobs in the area of your choosing and otherwise blend in with the neighborhood. As part of this program, you must reproduce at least once with your selected mate. The first child born of the coupling will be the ultimate focus of this project, the Wonder Child. Once this child is born, you are to devote your lives to raising them as successfully as possible. Leave no advantage ungranted, no assistance unrendered. Your undivided attention must be given to this child. Any efforts to improve yourselves or any subsequent children are to be for the indirect betterment of your Wonder Child. This is a competition. There are hundreds of other couples doing the same as you. Show us your child rearing skills, make the best child that one can make, and you will be rewarded handsomely. So now that we have finished it, we get 1 point for every skill earned by the Wonder Child, including toddler and childhood skills. 3 points completion bonus for every skill that reaches 10. 10 points for every trait that the child possesses. 10 points if you earn one of the bonus toddler traits. 5 points if you are able to get all toddler skills to level 5. Clean diaper club from the beginning to the end of toddlerhood. Never have your Wonder Child use the diaper to the point where it needs changing. From the moment they become a student, count how many days left until aging up. And then 5 points for every gold medal birthday throne, which we didn't do. Whoops. Alright, so really quick. Come on, screen, thank you. We're gonna do some math. Three points, 3 points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. 6 points. 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1. I didn't keep track of toddler and stuff. Hold on, let me see. So we got, I know we got potty to 3, and then I think the other 4 toddler traits we got to 4. We had, I know for a fact that we got a 10 in artistic. $10 for earning a toddler trait. We'll say 4 points for a student because we aged her up early, and then 5 points for a student as a teenager. We reached the top of her teen career, so I think that was 5 points. Oh, 1 point equal to the number of days left until aging into a young adult. So we'll say 5 points. I wish that we had memories in The Sims 4. Stats. Alright, well, these stats are useless. Do we get points for teenage traits like good manners and responsible? Oh, wait, we get points for every trait. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then it's plus 3 points for a skill that reached level 10, which we had 1. $10 for every trait that the Wonder Child possesses. Dang. All right, so that's 120 points. So our final total is something like 214 points, which is kind of absurd. Okay, I wanted to put this in inventory. And we're gonna put these in inventory because these have been upgraded. So once we're able to use them, it will be nice. Alrighty. We're gonna go into create a sim.
Skiing at the store. I'm going to share to the gallery. So if you guys check out on the gallery, and I will also share this to Twitter. So if you guys want to play with Aya Jameston, then you are welcome. She is now uploaded on the gallery. And my gallery name is Pop-Tart52. Okay, so we have officially uploaded our Wonder Child to the whatchamacallit, the gallery. We're gonna move, hit play, and then while that's going up, I'm going to read you guys the opening for the Apocalypse Challenge. So it says, date February 11th, 21XX. Location, the city of Glassbolt. Program, the Apocalypse Challenge. Project RRR Phase 2. Briefing. Greetings, citizen. No doubt you have heard of the devastation. Much of the media reports coming out of the city of Glassbolt has been whitewashed to gloss over what happened there. We know that approximately 5 minutes after halftime of the Super Bowl, the nuclear power plant of Glassbolt melted down, devastating the entire region. The Army Corps of Engineers cites that a simultaneous flush of every toilet in the city caused a massive drop in water pressure, thus causing the plant to lose coolant and melt down. This isn't your ordinary meltdown. That plant was experimental. The fallout is causing strange and odd problems in the region, and we have very little detail about what's going on in there. What we do know is that we need a leader, a hero, to willingly go in there, establish themselves in the region, and help restore the region back to normal. We have one other bit of declassified information. This actually happened 20 years ago. We've lost contact with the region. You, citizen, have graduated from our Wonder Child project. You were specially created to be able to solve these issues. So get in there and show us what you are made of. The lost city of Glassbolt is depending on you. So basically, the challenge is extremely difficult, very restrictive, and the only way that you can get rid of the restrictions is to reach the top of different careers. Once the sim reaches the top of a career branch, then the restrictions for that career is lifted. But you can only lift one set of restrictions per sim. So if we get to the top of the career, say whenever Aya has a child, that child reaches the top of their teenage career, then they're unable to lift any restrictions as an adult. So, no cheats, no mods, blah, 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 no aging up sims early, no adoption, normal lifespans. You have to follow all restrictions, and you cannot move the Apocalypse family to any other lot or play any other family. I'll read through some of the restrictions. So, Tech Guru Startup. The world has pretty much given up on the city as a lost cause. A few humanitarian suppliers risk the journey in, but they only offer the most basic and meager furnishings. The region used to be host to some high-tech industry, but all of that is abandoned. The little luxuries in life are the last thing on everyone's list. Esport Gamer. The backbone servers and fiber optic cables that used to bring the internet to the region. Oh wait, I'm sorry. So it says that for the startup, the Tech Guru startup, you can only use the worst version of any item. Tech Guru Gamer. Backbone servers and fiber optic cables that used to bring the internet to the region were fried during the meltdown. Now power is scarce, electronics are faulty, and computers are crippled in their functionality. Cell phone towers were taken out too, crippling phone functionality to the region. Basically, the computer can only be used for daily tasks required by a sim's job, and nothing else. You cannot use a cell phone except to take or quit a job, and that's it. TVs and electronic notebooks also cannot be purchased or used. Business investor. Commerce and trade have been used to be a cornerstone of the Glass Belt region. All of that is in shambles now. While there are some companies importing some basic survival items into the region, nobody is bothering to try and export anything. The assumption is that there is nothing of value to export and that whatever is exported might be tainted with the lingering radiation. And that means that nothing of value is leaving the region and very little money is flowing back in. In other words, you can't sell, build, or biomode items or collected harvested items. You can't do any interactions with the Geo Council for found items. You can't publish books other than self-publishing or songs. You can't write and sell jingles. Business management. It's amazing that some companies have remained in the region, but it soon becomes clear that most of them are taking advantage of the situation and labor standards are being ignored to the detriment of the workers. With unemployment so high, bosses feel free to use and abuse their workers and fire them on a whim, knowing they can easily be replaced. Basically, you can't take any days off, you can't have vacation or family leave. If your sim misses work or is late for work or leaves work early, they have to quit the job and cannot retake the same career ever again. If a sim voluntarily quits their job or switches to a new job, they can never retake that old job. Elder sims can't retire. Sims can't play hooky. These restrictions do not apply to grade school and high school careers, but do apply to any after-school teenage careers taken. While at work, you have to choose to work normally or work hard, and that is it. Culinary chef. The destruction in the region has cut gas lines and made the electricity grid very unstable. As a result, gas and electrical appliances can't be relied on to cook and preserve food. The citizens of the area are forced to resort to more primitive methods and living off the land to stave off starvation. You may not purchase, place, or use any refrigerators, stoves, ovens, or microwave ovens or coolers. Non-fish items may not be cooked on or grilled on fire pits. If you do not have outdoor retreat pack, you can cook non-fish items on the grill, but you must move a fish from your inventory to the family inventory for every time you cook a meal. Mixologist. There's something in the water. In fact, there's something in all liquids that are made in the region. The radiation in the air seems to easily trickle into liquids, making drinking anything a risky and unhealthy affair. Only the juices and liquids locked in fresh foods seem to be safe, which is just enough to stave off total dehydration. Basically, your sim can't drink any drinks made from the bar. They cannot drink any lifetime happiness reward potions. They can't have any drinks from a fridge or cooler. They cannot brush their teeth and a sink. And newborns cannot be bottle fed. Your sim can make drinks to practice, but they have to be thrown out. Astronaut, Space Ranger. The radiation cloud released by the meltdown has taken the form of a dark and grim cloud, blocking out much of the sky and sunlight. The presence of the cloud makes sleeping outdoors unsafe, and the lack of sunlight sets the entire region on edge, unable to appreciate the beauty of many objects around them. All objects must be covered by 4 walls and a roof, and Sims may not sleep outdoors. Sims may not travel to or vacation in Granite Falls. Sims may not stargaze or cloud watch or use the telescope to watch the sky. You cannot enable the mood auras on any mood aura objects. Tents may not be used. Mailboxes, outdoor trash cans, and rocket ships are all exempt from the must be covered by 4 walls and a roof rule. Astronaut, interstellar smuggler. The prototype design for the next generation of objects was stolen from the region's high-tech industrial sector during the chaos and confusion of the meltdown. The knowledge of how to make these unique and special objects has been lost. Worse still, the blueprints for do-it-yourself improvements are missing, rendering the handy sims of the region clueless on how to improve the functionality. You cannot place, sell, or use career reward objects, and you cannot upgrade any objects other than rockets. Painter, master of the real. Art has taken a backseat to survival. Who wants to look at drawings when one doesn't know where their next meal will come from? Anyone who had artistic talent in the region has forgotten how to make emotionally powerful objects. Sims can't make mood aura paintings. Handy Sims cannot create emotional aura items on the workbench. Items with just a plain environment score are not considered emotional aura items. Authors may not write emotional books. Patron of the arts. The outside world is largely cut off from those in the region. Given that there is no market for works of art within the region itself, as your fellow survivors care more about food and shelter than pretty pictures, even the greatest masterpiece will go unheeded, and the greatest artists unrewarded for their work. You can't sell any sim-produced objects and cannot self-publish books. So earlier it said you can self-publish books. This restriction negates that, and so you cannot self-publish until the patron of the arts is lifted. Writer, author. Libraries and bookstores are gone. The only stray books can be found these days. If your sim wants to read more than a handful of books that come with new bookshelves, they'd better hope to know a local author or write one themselves. You can't order books from bookshelves or online, and you cannot visit library lots, even if visiting other lots is allowed otherwise. Journalism. The state of the region is terrible. Sanitation system is in ruins, medicine is scarce, and the worst part is the rest of the world doesn't realize how bad it is. Rather than properly investigate the region, the major media outlets of the world have largely glossed over the events in Glass Bolt. The rest of the world doesn't know how bad it actually is, and because of this, few seem eager to lend a hand. You cannot purchase or use showers, tubs, or shower tub combinations. When you woohoo, you have to do try for a baby. Period. You cannot take the pregnancy test on a toilet. Secret Agent Diamond's agent. Radiation released by the meltdown wasn't your normal run-of-the-mill radiation. The plant was experimental, and the resulting radiation has had some unique effects on those who were near the power plant when it blew. Zombies. And not just regular zombies, but radioactive zombies that roam the major streets. It is unclear what makes them tick or what they are after, but it is not safe to travel between neighborhoods, lest the zombie hordes get you. The threat of zombies have made people paranoid about letting anyone into their homes. Sims cannot visit community lots or enter neighborhood houses. They can still wander their local neighborhood as long as it doesn't cause a loading screen. This does not prevent Sims from leaving for work. You cannot move Sims out of households besides your initial imported family to slim it down to one member if needed. Secret Agent Villain. Something must have snapped in the mind of Glassbolt's mayor. When the meltdown took the life of his pet llama, the mayor went a little insane, enacting bizarre zoning laws and mobilizing the region's fire and police forces to enforce them while ignoring the suffering and other problems that a police force might otherwise be able to help with. When you start the challenge, you have to do an 8x8 square on your lot. You can only build in this area. Nothing can be placed outside the 8x8 area, and you cannot sell or delete urns or gravestones or release the spirit. Musician. People of the region have difficulty relaxing. Living in a nuclear hellhole has a way of keeping you focused on the here and now. Music is seen as a waste of time, and the local radio stations have all been destroyed in the disaster. People seem more set in their ways and stubborn to try new things or give in to their changing impulses. Sims can only practice instruments. They cannot do any other interaction on them. They cannot purchase or use any kind of radio or stereo. You cannot change a Sim's aspiration, even if they have completed it, other than the forced change going from childhood to teenager. You cannot cancel whims. Comedian. The people of Glassbolt region are a depressed group, and rightfully so. But depression feeds more depression, and people become more hesitant to gather together or even look at themselves in a mirror. Nobody laughs or feels like they can make merry, and everyone is on edge. Sims can't throw parties, they cannot go on dates, they cannot invite Sims to their lot. They can only invite one Sim per generation to join the household. Sims cannot use mirrors. Criminal boss. The one thing that wasn't destroyed by the blast was the local mob. With law enforcement severely weakened and unable to maintain order, the mob has volunteered itself to protect the residents. The upside is that burglaries are non-existent. The downside is that this protection has a price. Everything you made that week. Residents are in such bad shape that saying no is not an option. Basically, anytime you have to pay bills, you pay them, and then you have to reduce your household funds to zero. You cannot spend any money while you have outstanding bills or once the mail carrier appears on the lot until the bills are paid. Oops, I know that now. Criminal Oracle. Things are bad, but they seem almost artificially bad, as if the universe was conspiring against the people of Glassbold at the whim of some cruel, otherworldly power. Sadly, the people of Glassbold are powerless to act upon this paranoid feeling, and must go about their lives. You cannot use the Move Objects cheat. You cannot download or import any Sims from the gallery or place any Sims into the neighborhood. You must use the money cheat to remove any money brought in by a spouse when moving in. Professional athlete. People feel hopeless in the region. The bare minimum is done and nobody thinks they can aspire to greatness. Good enough is the attitude of the day, and people think the days of role models and heroes is over. You can't purchase any reward traits for your Sims. Bodybuilder. The wave of radiation produced by the power plant turned many people into zombies. Those not turned into zombies found themselves severely weakened. Muscles can barely lift what they used to, and people struggle just to stand, let alone haul heavy loads or lift objects. You can't move or sell any objects that have a footprint more than 1 by 1 square once they are placed, and build by mode is exited. You cannot carry more than 1 stack of objects in personal inventory at a time. You may not remove any items out of family inventory regardless of size, but you can place items into it. Teen career babysitting. Modern parenting techniques have fallen by the wayside. Simply feeding and protecting a Sims child is hard enough, so no effort is given to raising them and shaping them into a proper citizen of the future. You have to use the random trait generator to pick traits for every infant, child, and teen when they age up. You also have to follow the random trait generator's result when choosing a childhood or adult aspiration when aging up an infant to child or a child to teen, respectively. You cannot use music or fruit to influence the gender of an unborn baby. Teen career fast food employee. The modern convenience of fast food has all but vanished overnight. Being able to find enough normal food is now the order of the day. None of the major food chains has any plans to try and return to the region. You can't use the quick meal option on a fridge or cooler. You can't order chips from a bar. You cannot order pizza or any other delivery service. Teen career manual labor. Lawn care and gardening are 2 pastimes that have really dropped off the radar of importance in the area. Nobody cultivates plants, relying on wild ones for food and trying to stay alive otherwise. You cannot plant, grow, graft, take samples of, or level up plants. You cannot hire maids. You may harvest wild plants and only wild plants. Teen career retail employee. The downtown shopping center has been picked clean and the local mall looted. You can still get things, you just need to know when the weekly swap meet is. While there's a local market that has sprung up from the ashes of the old one, it's only happening once a week. If you need something any other time, you're out of luck. You can only purchase build new objects in build buy mode on Sundays. You can only replace broken objects on Sundays. Brand new games should start on a Sunday, which then allows you to get your initial house established. You may use plan outfit to change, you may not use plan outfit to change a Sim's wardrobe. And teen career barista. With the water supply tainted in the region, the last thing people want is a hot cup of coffee or tea. Even if they did, supplies of coffee and tea to the area have halted and aren't showing any signs of returning. You can't purchase or use any coffee or tea related items, and you cannot purchase or use the lump of clay object for some reason. So those are all of the initial restrictions for the Apocalypse Challenge. And I'm sorry, because I thought that I had this set to continue playing, and thought the loading screen would be done while I was reading all of those to you, but I guess I didn't have it set up that way. Because the Apocalypse Challenge for The Sims 4 hasn't been updated since, like, the beginning of The Sims 4, I have added and updated The Sims 4 Apocalypse Challenge on Twitter. When I post this, I will, like, when I upload this to YouTube, I'll link to the information. But basically, I've made it so that way you have to do a Strangerville start if you have Strangerville. And I'm actually going to start us up here. I was starting down here before, but I realized that I made a critical error in doing so, because if your other Sims don't make it to the top of their career and allow you to garden, you are screwed on food unless you start with, like, a scientist. If that scientist dies, then your Sims starve. But up here there's a little lake, so you can actually, or pond, you can actually fish. So we're gonna be using that. We're gonna sell furniture. And I'm not going to really go over all of the restrictions that I added, but basically, I put that, like, any of the stuff from cottage living, like chickens and, like, llama or, like, cow buildings, are exempt from the floor, walls, and a roof rule. You can't choose your Sims outfits until the top of, like, the fashion designer careers reach. You can't put any, like, environment objects until you've done home decorator and some other things like that. Science allows you to get to science allows you to get to the whatchamacallit. There is a little lake, isn't there? Am I crazy? What? Is there no little lake? Oh wait, there is. Here it is. Can I fish in it? Am I insane? Am I crazy, you guys? I remember I scouted this out. I remember seeing a little pond.
Okay, well, if there's no little pond, then I'm actually going to move her to a different lot. Because there's a larger lot in mainland Strangerville. No, there is a pond. Okay, cool. I'm not crazy. You can fish in it. You just have to click the sign. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So it is not a Sunday. I'm going to say that swap meets are on Fridays in my game. Specifically so I can build a house. Um, so we're gonna go into build mode. What's nice about starting in like the area down at the bottom is access to like more people and like other girls and stuff. However, the lack of a pond is really a problem. But also like you can, what I did before is the like crashed plane lot in Strangerville is where I originally built my first Wonder Child house. One, two, three. I click on this should make sure and tell me it's 8 by 8, right? No, it's not going to tell me that because y'all are rude. It should be 8 by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So this is going to be our 8 by 8 area.
that's not what I was trying to do. Yeah. Game, why are you being laggy? There's not a overpainting or something. No. Alright. That's not. Did I have to do it like this before? And then... And then I think I have to delete this. So in the original Apocalypse challenges, one of the ways that you could build the house was on stilts. And this is due to the fact that of floods and stuff like that. But also because in previous games where you had the ability to have cars, you were able to have the car underneath the house. Oh, wait. I forgot that I just did that. Sorry, y'all. I'm having a time. Alright. I'm just kind of like staring at these stairs. What's the difference? I don't think there really is one. Pick whatever I want. That's what I want. Actually, that's kind of cute. Mm. Trying to avoid eco lifestyle windows because those give a boost for like the amount of like the eco footprint and stuff. And so if it's giving a green eco footprint, I don't want to take it. Or if it's a bill discount item, I don't want to take it. And if it gives lot environment, I don't want to take it. Because I feel like these things are unfair. And I'm going to go ahead and build a second floor because I know I'm going to need it eventually, and that will affect how I place things. So my understanding is that stairs are infrastructure And so things like stairs and ladders don't fall under the 4 walls and a roof rule. Yes, Eva Marie, sorry I didn't see your comment. It is, you can build as high as you want. So I have been building like 2 to 3 stories. And then that way I can put other things that I want. you know, depending on how you do things, you can actually set up a pretty good house. Because the rule is just that you have to put in, you have to use the, like, the worst objects. So you can have a toilet. It has to be the worst toilet and functional off the grid. Before I used these, but I'm going to just use a normal bath or toilet. You also can have a sink. Again, has to be the worst sink, functional off the grid. that's right. There's permat. But it's got an environment score, so I can't use it. I wish that these could be like on a roof. Or not on a roof, on a wall. Hello, Lurks. I have so many desk options I'm allowed to choose from. Oh, I can't do that. Alright. Well, I don't want this desk then. Wait, maybe I can put candles on it. Let me see if I can put small things. Let me put this back. Alright, so I can put small things up there. Maybe change the color. Just to kind of lighten up the room. Oh gosh. Just worried I might need a larger table. Who knew picking a table could be so difficult? There we go. good. I think that's everything I need to put in. Double check. We can't do anything with dressers yet because there's no point. We've got a tub, not a tub, sorry, a toilet, and a I am so sorry, you guys. That's what I get for trying to resituate myself. We've got a toilet, we've got a sink, we have table, we have stove, we have mailbox, trash can, bed, books. Let's see if there's anything that is in here. There should not be anything in here for me to place. Okay, let's see if there's any. I want the environment loss, so other than that, on the outside we're going to put determined brick. And then she wants a rocket, and she's going to need it for work. Lot challenges. Off the grid. Simple living. Try and give bot treats that make sense. So these just will boost things for building, I mean for for learning things. Freaking gnomes, man. Alright. Okay, guys. Well, let's see here. I have now been streaming for 2 hours. 2.25 hours. So, hello to Kai Pop. Yes, how can I help you? It is not food time. I will let you out of the room in just a moment. Alright guys, so we're gonna go back into live mode. And I will clear out her inventory of things that need to not be in it. I can't sell anything, so these are going to go on the walls. Kai Pup. Stop. Good Lord. Alright, there's going to be so many things that I have to put into the room, and I will not subject you all to that. So while I finish setting this up and start my apocalypse challenge, I will log off of the stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while we're moving from the Wonder Child project into the apocalypse challenge. You guys really made me feel better today. Thank you so much, and happy simming. Sul.